Lu Sheng stands tall, engulfed in a powerful blue aura. With confidence surging through him, he strikes a triumphant pose, raising his fist as energy swirls around him. Suddenly, his mood shifts to embarrassment. Lu Sheng realizes how cringe-worthy his outburst was. Relieved that no one witnessed it, he laughs it off, telling himself it's okay to act cool when no one's watching. Lu Sheng senses that something is off, something unexpected is happening inside his body. Looking at his hand, Lu Sheng becomes aware of a dramatic change. He can feel the undying cells within his body growing at a rapid rate, their numbers increasing sharply. Inside Lu Sheng's body, the undying cells are rapidly dividing, devouring his energy like starving children consuming food. The process is aggressive and relentless. With a swift flick of his fingers, Lu Sheng activates another surge of energy. Suddenly, a massive energy crystal emerges from the ground, surrounded by a powerful burst of blue aura. He looks up at the enormous crystal and reflects this 500-kilogram energy source was supposed to last much longer. To his surprise, he has already used it all up just in this single breakthrough. Lu Sheng reaches out and places his hand on the surface of the massive energy crystal. A surge of energy explodes outward as Lu Sheng initiates the absorption. He channels the overflowing power into his body, determined to refine every last drop. He feels an instant reaction. His undying cells skyrocket in number, expanding rapidly to over 3,650 in a flash. A satisfied smirk appears on his face as the transformation takes hold. With newfound confidence, Lu Sheng explains that these undying cells have now constructed a complex solar god domain structure within him. In just a moment, his power has multiplied by hundreds, nearly 1,000 times stronger than before. An immense pillar of blue and pink energy bursts skyward from Lu Sheng's body, illuminating the surroundings. Lu Sheng walks out from the mist and smoke. Smiling slightly, Lu Sheng reflects on the hidden potential of his undying cells. If nurtured further, they could evolve into entire stars, and even produce divine elements like the Crystal God Realm, among others. Suddenly reminded of something, Lu Sheng places his hand on his chest. There's still one more thing left, something small. Lu Sheng examines a strange mutation in his hand, an embedded eye. He considers that this mutated cell might hold clues about the dark side of the universe. It could even become a key to solving future challenges. With a confident smile, Lu Sheng shifts his focus. The next step, he says, is to forge his martial imprint, the manifestation of his true martial path. He reflects on the multiple advanced techniques he has theorized, including 15 distinct martial laws and even more complex higher-level paths. But for now, he humbly starts from the 9th level. Closing his eyes, Lu Sheng declares that while ordinary people seek gods, martial artists seek their true selves. His divine form must be modeled after his own image. In his words, "Someone like me is already a god." Lu Sheng slowly levitates off the ground, energy crackling around his legs. He declares that his divine construct will be powered by the energy of divine crystals. They'll serve as the foundation. He speaks of combining celestial and natural elements, stars for vision, and the laws of nature from his mentor's teachings as the structure. With a shout, he unleashes an overwhelming surge of green energy. Crystals serve as the base, the golden crow as the eye, the 4 mythical beasts as the pillars, and the universal laws as the veil to shape his divine form. Lu Sheng's determined eye shows his intense focus. As Lu Sheng's transformation reaches its peak, he unleashes his ultimate martial avatar, true martial god flame. 4 extremes avatar. Power erupts in every direction, overwhelming the scene with divine energy. Meanwhile, in the Dragon Nation, chaos has broken out. Fire rains from above as a winged enemy wreaks havoc. Civilians scream and scatter for their lives in a city under siege. Amid the destruction, Alien and Eyepatch grins menacingly. He calls out, taunting the survivors and daring them to face him. From the flames steps Martial Saint. She declares that her enemies deserve nothing less than death. Martial Saint stands at the front, leading a group of determined defenders. She declares that this is already the third city destroyed by Alien. If he continues, the entire dragon nation will fall to ruin. The elder standing beside her calmly analyzes the situation. He says Alien must have sensed their presence, that's why he's intentionally provoking them to come out and face him. With resolve in his eyes, the elder states that they can no longer afford to retreat. As protectors of humanity, they must take responsibility and rise to the occasion. Drawing his sword, the elder radiates a powerful aura. Even if he can only delay Alien's advance for a short while, he vows to fight without hesitation or regret. One of the warriors questions the martial saint, asking if the great Lu Sheng has broken through yet. With a hint of concern in her eyes, she replies softly that he hasn't, at least not yet. The elder warrior steps forward, blade drawn. He tells the others they can keep waiting for Lu Sheng if they want, but he will not stand idle. He launches himself into the sky, engulfed in blue light. With a fierce shout, he declares that even as a second-tier cultivator, he can still charge into battle against powerful foes, and he'll die with no regrets. From below, Martial Saint watches in silence as the elder revealed to be the Moonlight Martial Saint races toward the fiery-winged enemy high above. Holding a phone, Martial Saint addresses the crowd. With the Moonlight Martial Saint already in battle, she says they can't remain passive any longer. She's informed the higher-ups, urging Lu Sheng to emerge. She appeals to the martial artists of the world to join the fight. A powerful aura launches skyward, one of the warriors already heading into battle without hesitation. A suited representative steps forward, stating that this crisis is no longer about national interests. Another man clenches his fist tightly, speaking with resolve. For Kanglan Star, he says quietly. As an enemy looms above, a group of warriors rockets into the sky with glowing trails. United, they shout in unison, fighting for the survival of Kanglan Star. Down below, the crowd erupts in cheers. People point upward, recognizing the arrival of the martial saints. Their hope is reignited, believing that salvation has finally come. Alien sarcastically praises the warriors for finally showing up, calling them brave yet foolish. He even pretends to be emotionally moved by their courage. A sinister glow appears in his eye. Coldly and without remorse, he declares, "So die." Alien stands amidst a glowing field of fiery energy, laughing maniacally. His overwhelming power creates a blazing shockwave, forcing the surrounding warriors to fall back in shock. He transforms into a massive flaming beast, dwarfing the attackers. The martial saints rush toward him. Far away at sea near Ninghai, powerful waves crash around a small fishing boat. Inside a humble home, a family stares silently at a glowing TV screen. The young boy clenches his fists, everyone is watching. The family watches in horror as the TV shows martial saints being overpowered one by one. The child's mother speaks in despair, if even the strongest in the world can't win, who can possibly save them? The boy stands up suddenly, gripping a weapon with determination. He shouts confidently, telling them to watch what he can do. Now on the ship's deck, the boy strikes a pose with his weapon, facing the ocean. His father yells after him, frustrated that he dare act like a hero. He reminds the boy that even top-ranked warriors were defeated, scolding him for being reckless. The boy freezes in place, wide-eyed and stunned. The boy urgently tells his father to turn around and look. Confused and annoyed, the father asks what's so important. A massive, glowing sea vortex rises violently from the ocean. Lightning spirals through it, tearing through the sea as the sky above darkens. Shocked, the father drops to his knees, shouting that the Sea Dragon King is furious. He panics, begging the boy to kneel and apologize before they anger it even more. The boy and his father stare at the vortex with wide eyes. The boy quietly points out that it looks like there's a person inside. The father scoffs, how could the Sea Dragon King be human? But even he starts to doubt what he's seeing. A dazzling explosion of rainbow-colored light bursts from the sea. From its center, a lone figure slowly rises into the sky, radiating divine energy. Clouds swirl and part as the figure descends gracefully, one foot stepping onto the air itself. The boy's father stares in disbelief. Sweat drips from his face as he barely manages to whisper, "That is?" Lu Shen steps out of the flames, cloaked in an aura of godly power. He simply asks, "Gods, are you talking about me?"
This is the end of the video. If you guys want to see the next part, then don't forget to subscribe and like the video.